Ghost frequency 99.7 FM. That night it was raining. Heavy raindrops pattered against the windshield of the container truck slowly crawling along the deserted highway. Driver No had been driving the north-south route for nearly 10 years. He wasn't afraid of the night. He wasn't afraid of the cemetery. He wasn't afraid of the curves where fatal accidents had occurred. The only thing he feared was sleepiness. So every night while driving, he would turn on the radio to listen to the news. The announcer's monotonous voice echoed in the cabin. Weather forecast for tomorrow: heavy rain in the central region. No yawned. The clock showed 2:17 a.m. There was only darkness ahead. Not a single car. Not a single light. Suddenly. ZZZZT. The radio signal was distorted. The announcer's voice disappeared. Only a crackling sound remained. No tapped lightly on the radio. Damn, lost signal again. But then. A voice came from the speaker. It was a woman's voice. Very faint. Very distant. Like standing at the end of an endless tunnel. No. His hands tightened on the steering wheel. Goosebumps appeared. He looked around the cabin. No one was there. No. This time it was clearer. The voice was calling his name. No swallowed. It must be someone jamming the signal. He tried to smile. But the smile froze. Because the voice continued. Don't look in the rearview mirror. His heart felt like it was being squeezed. No matter what you hear, don't look. The cabin fell silent. Only the sound of rain remained. No glanced at the radio. The screen was completely black. No frequency was displayed. The voice disappeared. He switched to another channel. No. FM 90. No signal. FM 91. No signal. FM 92. Still no signal. All channels just crackled. Then. The same woman's voice. She's sitting behind you. Bang. No slammed on the gas pedal. The car roared. Damn it. He cursed. Cold sweat ran down his spine. Suddenly. He heard a sound. Tap. 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 From the back of the cabin. It was like someone was tapping their fingernails on the car's interior. Very slowly. Very regularly. No remembered the warning. Don't look in the mirror. He tried to look straight ahead. But the more forbidden something is, the more curious a person becomes. Tap. 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 The knocking grew closer. As if it were right behind him. Finally. He glanced at the rearview mirror. Just a glance. 1 second. Only 1 second. And he immediately regretted it. In the mirror. There was a woman with long hair sitting on the rest bed behind the cabin. Her face was deathly pale. Her eyes were pitch black. Her mouth stretched into a wide grin. The most terrifying thing was. Her feet weren't touching the floor. She was suspended in midair. He screamed. He spun around. The back was empty. No one was there. When he turned back to face forward. The radio played a voice again. This time it wasn't a whisper. It sounded like laughter. I told you not to look. The laughter rang out. Giggle. Giggle. Then it turned into a fit of hysterical laughter. No floored the gas pedal. 120 kilometers per hour. 130 kilometers per hour. 140 kilometers per hour. The rain continued to pour. Suddenly, the radio changed its tone. It was the voice of a news announcer. But strangely, he was reading the news. Sad news. At 2:31 a.m. this morning, driver No died in a serious accident on the highway. The blood in his veins froze. The cause has been determined to be loss of control. The victim died on the spot. The body was found at 4 a.m. No screamed, "I am alive." The radio was silent for a few seconds. Then it spoke a single sentence. A single sentence. "Are you sure?" Just then, he saw something ahead. A huge truck. It was blocking the road. Too close. Too late. No slammed on the brakes. The tires screeched. The sound of metal clashing. The sound of shattering glass. Then, everything plunged into darkness. They say that after that accident, a strange radio signal would often appear on that stretch of highway around 2:17 a.m. No one knew where it was coming from. It didn't belong to any station. Drivers who accidentally picked up that frequency all heard the same woman's voice. Very faint. Very distant. As if echoing from underground. "Don't look in the rearview mirror. She's sitting behind you." And the scariest thing. Some people swore they heard another man's voice as well. Hoarse. Intermittent. As if trying to warn someone. It was Noah's voice. "Turn off the radio. Please. Don't answer it." Since then, no one knows exactly what will happen if you respond to that voice in the night. But long-distance drivers pass on a rule. If the radio suddenly loses signal at 2 a.m. and someone calls your name, turn it off immediately. Because what's talking to you may not be a living person.